Hi everybody, my name is Chris. We're back for Potluck Wednesday here at Potly's Twitch channel, and our chef of the day, we've got cannabis growth manager, personality, podcaster, legend in his own right. We have Michael Vostar.
Wow, thanks for having me. Why? I think that's got to be one of my best intros.
Right? I just made that up,
ever.
but you inspired me. To be in the presence of greatness inspires greatness.
Now I gotta bring some greatness. Now the expectation is high,
Well, today's interesting because, per usual, we have amazing veggies and produce provided by Mikuna Kitchen SF. However, Michael does not know which veggies are provided in this box, and we're gonna gamify it a little bit, and I'm gonna introduce all the amazing produce, and then we're gonna make a plan on the fly, and then we're gonna go with it.
Great.
Ready?
I'm ready.
So are we ready for what's in our box?
What's in the box?
All right, so unveiling some of our leaves.
Some chard.
Yeah, we've got red chard.
Beautiful.
We've got baby lettuce.
Beautiful.
And then we have these red peppers as well. Like what fun shit, like
Are they
fun.
spicy?
Oh.
Do they smell spicy?
I don't think they're too spicy actually.
Okay, great. That's great.
And we also have honey butter squash. Or honey nut squash?
Honey nut, yeah,
honey
it's like
nut
a little
squash.
mini butternut squash.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's so cute.
We have Fel here on the side as well. Your usual host is here. She's our producer for the day.
Commenting. Yeah, it's literally like a mini
Isn't it
butternut
cute?
squash. A honey nut.
I love that because, butternut squash, sometimes it's too big. And to try and cook it, it's so hard. And I'm always trying not to chop my hand off as I'm trying to cut in half.
Absolutely. And I mean, hold this. I kind of like holding it.
Hold this.
It's so cute.
It is so cute.
Kind of nice. It's kind of nice. To
We
just
love
hold it.
her. All right.
All right.
You can meet
Now
front
I know
and center.
about the honey nut squash.
Yes. Avos.
Dos avos.
A California staple.
Great.
We've got red pears. Love red pears. They're a little less tart than their counterparts. Sorry for the sirens. We're in San Francisco. We're south of Market, so
Things
what can
happen,
you expect?
Things happen.
And then we've got these tiny onions, Cipollini onions, I believe.
Cipollini. I was about to say, what kind are these? These
Yeah,
are cute.
they're kind of reminiscent of shallots. I do think they're a little bit sweeter than a large,
Great. I
onion.
kind of like these. I've definitely seen these before.
Last but not least, we are a channel based on herbs, and so we have sage. I love smelling
Smell
sage.
that. You can't. Too bad.
Smells so good. Okay, so that is all the produce we're working with. We have a bonus, which is a little bit of granola from Easygoing Paleo.
Oh.
Yep, that
Okay.
was thrown into the box this week, which is
All right.
exciting.
We can make something work with
We
that.
can definitely make something work with that.
Okay.
But tell me, Chef, what are we thinking now that you've seen everything? I feel like we're an Iron Chef.
Yeah, so looking at this, so chard, personally, I just love to saute chard. I love sauteing chard with onions generally. So I think there's gonna be some little wombo combo here. I've seen with these, I think you kind of cook them, you gotta cook them and roast them. Because they're kind of thick chunks, for lack of a better word.
Fry them first and then roast, or vice versa?
Yeah, get the brown and then throw them in. And this guy, we gotta roast this. We'll probably just cut it in half and throw it in the oven. And then these peppers. Oh, sorry, honey. And then with these ones, I'll probably saute them somehow. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna cut them. That's the thing to figure out. But I think we can saute it with the chard, because that's also it'll be a nice color, kind of like with the stems. Look at that, blends in. Where'd it go?
Love it.
And so we'll have the peppers, the chard, and the onion in a saute. That's that.
Yes.
Lettuce, I'm a sucker for just simple salad.
We'll do a salad.
As vanilla as that is.
Throw the avocado in there.
Yeah, like a good Californian does. Throw an avocado on the salad. And we can use, I guess also, since we're going to be using a lot of Potly stuff, we could definitely we'll home make a salad dressing with olive for that, maybe even a little chili.
Maybe a little bit of apple cider vinegar too, a splash of it.
Maybe. Do you have any lemon?
I do have lemon.
So this will be my one cheat. I'll take it.
The one cheat.
But it's just for the dressing. It's negligible. I would say cheat meaning I'm not just using the items in the box.
We'll allow it.
But it's just for the side. And honestly, it's not, we could not use it. Let's not use it. Fuck a lemon. We'll just use the,
lemon's gone, lemon's out.
chili. Yeah, no, all right. This is what we're working with. If
We're
it's
gonna
not
be
in the
purists.
box, I don't want to play.
If it's not in the box or Potluck doesn't make it, we don't want it.
That's right.
Unless it's salt and pepper, because we need salt and pepper.
Yeah, we need all the salt
That's
and pepper.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Okay, so I think what's going to take the longest is this bad boy.
Okay.
So we should probably get this started first. So, there's a couple, people probably have different opinions. I've actually only cooked butternut, but I'm assuming it's going to be very similar, just take less time. So what we can do is we can cut off the ends here. This is going to be collaboration, so I'm going to need the green light on any decision you're made, right?
I'm down.
So the two options is we can just cut it and then cut it in half and leave the skin on it, and then just kind of cook it like that. Or I don't know if you have a peeler, we could peel it, and then cook it without its skin. Do you have a preference?
I think we should peel it.
Okay, then let's peel it.
Yeah. Because the skin gets tough and sometimes it doesn't soften.
Yeah, I am still going to cut the top and top off.
Yeah, let's do that. Felicity, do you have a peeler? Oh, here it is.
This color, look, it's like I'm a centaur. But I don't know if you can see that, but that is just I didn't take a bite, don't worry.
You didn't take a bite? Okay, I'm going to peel this.
All right,
I'll peel this for you.
For these, I feel like I gotta just take this little skin off.
Yeah, I would just chop the ends and then pull the skin.
And then we'll be good here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of make over there my compost slash trash pile.
You can throw it in here, this bowl. That's what I got this for.
That's what that bowl is?
That's the plan, the running plan.
So, what's up, Chris?
What is up?
What's the last thing you cooked?
The last thing I cooked was yesterday. I made a very good summer pasta, recipe by Ina Garten, my Lord and Savior, who has recently become an icon of quarantine times because she made that giant Cosmopolitan. Have you seen that?
No.
She used an entire, it looked like a Magnum bottle of Grey Goose. And she just downed the entire bottle as she's chuckling nervously. And I was like, this is just iconic. When has she never not been iconic? But anyway, it was, you take cherry tomatoes and garlic and basil, super easy. You get salt, pepper, and olive oil, and then you marinate the tomatoes in there for an hour, 2 hours. And then you get really thin spaghetti or angel hair pasta, and you toss it all with Parmesan. And it makes this really good, clean sauce. There's basically no cooking besides, cooking the noodles.
Right.
And we used olive oil, of course. So
of course.
It was delish.
Wow, that sounds delish.
Yeah, it was really good.
That sounds delish. I love simple meals. I'm all about, this is one of my this is going to use, we're going to use the oven. We're going to use the frying pan.
We're going to use all the appliances.
About to get complicated in here. Which is great.
What is the most complicated thing you've ever made?
Okay, so the first thing that came to mind, and that's just how I'll answer it, is less complicated with regards to, what the dish was, but it was just the scale that I'd never done, because I do love to cook, and my family knows I love to cook, and I cook for my wife and I all the time.
This guy too.
And, we'll cut that down.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law was getting remarried to my now stepfather-in-law to go through all the proper naming. And they were planning on having a rehearsal dinner just at their house with their friends and family, and they asked me to cook it.
Really?
So I cooked for 35 people in a little personal home kitchen.
If someone is asking you to cook, to cater an event like that for 35 people, that means you are a very good cook.
I try, and I made I just call it dank red sauce.
Dank red sauce.
Dank red sauce is what I call it. I'm just gonna get the rest of your little nubs here.
Yeah. Please do. I wasn't as thorough.
That's fine. This is why it's teamwork, and that's what it takes to make what work?
The dream work.
The dream work. And we're trying to dream here. This is the land for dreamers, the Potluck kitchen.
I know.
Dreamers only.
Dreamers only allowed. My screen name in middle school was like Dreamer 205, but the E was with a 3.
Ooh,
Yes.
I was B-ball fan 6353.
635.
And I thought that was clever because I liked both baseball and basketball.
Wow, this multifaceted man.
We're beating the game over here. I need a little spoon. This'll do, pig.
All right.
Yeah, that'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig.
You know, Chuck Pastis fans.
Whenever I hear that, I saw a Twitter question that was out on the internet, and it asked, what is a movie quote that you should never say after sex? And one was, that'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig.
Yeah, that'll do, pig. Could you imagine?
Stop, yeah, there's...
I'd just die.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do.
I don't know how I would respond.
No, I would not like that.
When you say that that's the bad line, that like, when you say that, are you assuming that a man is saying it to you, or you
Either
imagine
way,
saying
who
it?
wants to be called a pig?
I agree, I was just
Who wants to be
wondering what the
patted and told
assumption is.
that'll do?
Well, that'll do. Is it the pig or the that'll do that's more offensive?
To me, it's the that'll do, if I'm being honest,
You
because
can call me a pig. You know, pig can be kind of hot. I like that bacon, you know?
no, it could be like an endearing term, like a term of endearment.
Oh, piggy.
Like my little piglet.
My little pig.
Yeah, something like that.
But then that'll do.
That.
But what? So that'll do, honey? That's no good.
I think that's a little better.
We need a baking sheet.
Right,
for,
right here.
For our honey.
We've got it.
For our honey squash.
Baking sheet right
So
here.
pretty. I like it a lot. So let's put some Potluck. Ooh, and let's put some sage on this bee.
Yeah, let's.
See, I edited myself this time. The lemon didn't get edited. Sorry, but the lemon we went explicit, but we will. Ooh.
Do a bit of Potluck.
Ooh. And then we can
Our
also
CBD olive oil.
And also.
You want to
I
rub
guess
it?
we'll put it face down.
Let's rub the baby.
Should we put it face down or face up? What do you think? I was thinking face down.
I think face down is probably best.
Then let's just throw it like this.
Yeah, just do that.
I'm gonna go like that and just get it. Look at that. See, like a DJ. That's what DJing is, if you're wondering.
This is what happens after 6 months of not going out. I'm gonna whisper in your ear like a song request.
No. I know what the audience wants. Is that the proper DJ response?
Yes.
Okay, good.
The amount of harassment I've done to DJs all over the world, I apologize, but that was me.
Cool.
I
mean,
will try
to be fair, it was you and like 17 million other people. So
yes, true.
I think you'll get lost in the crowd.
True.
Yeah, chop that up.
I'm gonna chop this.
That's nice. Chop that nice. And we'll sprinkle a little
Okay.
on here. I'm also gonna just do a little something here. A little extra oil there. Never hurt nobody.
And then we should probably do salt and pepper
Yeah, we probably
as
should.
well. Got to season everything nicely.
Ooh, this is chunky salt.
It is that kosher salt, that coarse kosher salt.
I have to.
You have to.
Well, you aren't looking.
Oh. Whisper request.
I don't think much salt.
None of it is landing on the squash.
But we do what we can.
Michael, 90% of that salt is lining the outside of it.
We were doing the Salt Bay thing. Don't worry about
Okay, yes,
it.
it was for the theatrics.
It was absolutely for the theatrics.
All right, so we've got some sage going.
All right, I'm just gonna go like this.
Sage has a really nice sweetness to it, but it's also like a little bit lemony. You know what I mean? It has like a sharpness as an herb. I think it's very versatile. I love it. We love a versatile queen.
We do love a versatile queen.
All right.
I didn't put pepper on it. We'll pepper it.
Would you like to put some onions in there and let it roast together?
No, so what I'm thinking, because I think that this is going to take longer
Okay.
than the onions, is I think we put this in the oven while we start to saute these and let them get a little crisp.
And you want them whole?
This is my vision.
All right. Well, we want to execute your vision,
we can cut it in
chef.
half.
So.
You want to cut it in half?
No. Let's do whole.
I'm down to cut them in half.
They'll be cute.
Half is the most I would go.
Okay, fine. Let's do
Like
half.
this. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I'm down with half.
Okay.
And then we have more onions.
Okay. You do that.
I guess we don't have more onions. We have more pieces of onions. You know, this is like the law of matter, right? We're getting into physics.
No,
right?
no, it's not physics. This is like a second grade math question. It's like there are 6 onions on the cutting board.
There are 6 whole onions.
There are 0 onions elsewhere.
And now which is bigger, 6 whole onions or 12 half onions? That's
Great
the real
question. I would have been so mad if someone asked me that.
Those can hang.
These can hang. Okay, why don't you put these in?
Let's get into mise en place mode, right? So now this can go in the oven.
All right.
What's this at? 375-ish? Yeah?
Yes, 350, I believe.
That sounds like pretty much right.
I would go a little higher.
Yeah, because roasting.
Yeah, vegetable roasting, like 400, 425 is good test.
Well, it's funny that you said those 2 numbers, because personally, when I roast my vegetables, I like to do it at 420. But actually,
we like it.
But actually, honestly, if you roast your vegetables at 420, not only is it a meme, but like especially carrots, if you put them on like that bottom row with some olive oil, butter, that's the next one, right? Probably butter. You just get such an awesome caramelization because it's just like the
right, it's right at that heat.
There,
exactly.
Yeah, and 420 is nice and hot.
Exactly.
So
what should we do now?
Yeah, so we can just keep. I'm trying to just think of timing.
Timing, we should do peppers and onions if
well, no, the onions are gonna. So we're gonna like saute these. And
okay,
then
I
throw
keep
them
missing the
there.
memo on the onions.
It's okay. We're gonna saute them for a minute. Then we're gonna put them in, and then we'll saute the peppers and chard together. But we can cut them. So how are you?
So
imagining?
with these, we have cooked these before. We've cooked green ones like shishito peppers, and what we have done is literally place them whole. And they char a little bit. So we could do that, but if you want to cut them so we saute them with other vegetables, I would just do a long diagonal cross cut. Not a strip, but a chop. But
let me see one.
Diagonal.
We got one. We can use for.
All right, we'll use this guy.
Okay.
Like this guy. Well, this knife is not. I think this knife's better.
That's not a knife. No? Crocodile
like
Dundee?
that.
Anyone? No?
No, I don't know what that was.
That's fine. It's a quote. It's this Australian crocodile hunter who makes it into New York City and he's like out of place. It's kind of like maybe like an Aussie or like a Steve Irwin version of like Eddie Murphy's Coming to America where he's like very out of place and he's getting robbed. This guy's like, give me all your money. And he's got a knife and he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, and like this, yeah, and then someone he's with is like, but he's got a knife. And he goes, that's not a knife. And he pulls out this like fucking big old thing that like an Aussie guy might use to like kill a snake in the wild that's like huge. And he goes, that's a knife. And it's just a very famous line. But now you know.
Well, now I know. Now I know.
Do
you like this?
Kind of prefer that.
Okay, let's do it.
Then we can have bites.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop them.
All right, chop them.
I'll keep going.
Keep going. I guess, I'll prep the lettuce.
Okay.
You have a salad spinner by chance?
Do not have a spinner.
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do have a spinner.
Woo!
Look,
That's a spinner on top of the fridge.
Woo! Wow, great device. Norma says this is the best kitchen device. Yeah, so here, I'm gonna get this in here and get this going.
I think I want to kind of.
Yeah. I gotta do a little mic swap.
All right.
It's like house swap. Or wife swap.
tech problem, life tech problem.
You know, this is why we do it live.
Well, while you have tech problems.
Yeah, you take the show.
I will take the show. While I'm cutting peppers, I'll just note that I have this weird rule where I don't really like to eat green ones. I hate green bell peppers, like I hate them. Yellow ones, orange ones are by far my favorite. Red ones I'll tolerate when they're like a cool, unique pepper like this. This pepper has a fancy name. Like this pepper has a name of a human. It is the Jimmy Nardello peppers. So, Jimmy Nardello is cool with me, but I don't generally like red bell peppers or green bell peppers. But what I did not know until recently is that bell peppers, those colors are all the same species. It's just how long they were on the how long they ripen for, which explains why, like, the darker the color, the higher the sugar content. I know that there's some nuances between the colors, but for the most part, they are like the same plant, which is also how I felt when I found out about like tea and like the stages of like green and oolong and black. Of course, there are nuances that are built into the stage of harvesting, but for the most part, it's the same leaf.
Interesting.
That's just been more matured or not mature. Like white tea is actually right before green tea, for example.
Interesting. That makes sense. And on the bell pepper thing, I've heard that too. And so if there's a price difference at the market, I almost always buy the cheapest one. But I will say that I play favorites, and if they are all the same price, I buy red or yellow. And I am a green hater.
Green hater.
I'm a green hater.
Why is that?
I don't know, but I just broke your sink.
They're not as sweet. Oh, that's yeah. They're not as sweet, and you know what green peppers remind me of? It's like the peppers that you would get on like a combination pizza when you were a kid that you want to eat. Like,
yeah, I'm with that.
To me.
And I'm down with the combo. You know, my honestly favorite thing to do is just buy several and just have a nice little, because peppers add such good color to cooking, you know?
So beautiful. I mean, look at this cutting board. Okay, so now that you're mic'd up again, now I can ask you some hard-hitting questions about you.
Hit me.
You are not, unlike the other guests that we've had on Twitch, you are not by trade a professional chef.
I mean, it depends on how you look at that, really. You know, I would just say, I would first say that, you know, just before we get into too many assumptions here. I was known for making late night pancakes in college. Some people went to the restaurant, many people came to my apartment, and I would make chocolate chip pancakes, and it was under the name of Michael's Pancakes. Shout out to David Bocarsmy, my roommate and the CEO of Michael's Pancakes, AKA he made a Facebook page and a Yelp page for Michael's Pancakes at my apartment building, said it was open 24/7.
Are you kidding?
And I got some negative reviews by people who showed up at like 4 in the morning and were like, what the fuck, this is just a, this is an apartment complex.
Like strangers were just showing up looking for pancakes?
Well, because I had friends who gave me like tons of 5-star reviews. So I had like
that
tons.
Is so funny.
I mean, I had probably like 12 5-star reviews, and then I started to get 1-star reviews.
All right, I think these are enough peppers.
Yeah, Michael's Pancakes lost its but yeah, no, I'm not a professional chef, but that is an example. And then I worked, you know, shout out to LA. If anyone here is in LA, we can do more.
Okay.
It'll be fine. I'm gonna get a pan hot for you guys.
I got that pan hot on the bottom left.
Nice, I'm gonna make it hot. And then I'm gonna put some Potluck olive in it. So for folks who are in LA or aware of the restaurant Fat Sal's Deli.
I am aware of Fat Sal's.
I don't know if you know this about me, Chris. We'll see. I was the very first employee of Fat Sal's Deli.
Really? I didn't know that Fat Sal's was like a new place.
It is. It started my sophomore year at UCLA, right before the sophomore year.
I admittedly have never eaten there. I just always see it on when I'm in line for the drive-thru.
Yeah, next time we're for In-N-Out.
Yeah, for In-N-Out.
Yeah, so I worked at that little shack. I worked 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. multiple nights a week. It was great. Great networking, actually. I ended up running for student government, and a lot of people knew me as the Fat Sal's guy. It was great. But yeah, so that was just, you know, I worked in there, and then I also worked at the Bohemian Grove, which is this like ritzy gentleman's club. Well, the Bohemian Club is a ritzy not gentleman's club like lap dances, like they try to be elevated, and it's like artists of San Francisco.
Oh.
And then they have a retreat.
I thought we were talking lap dances.
No, I mean, there's rumors. There's rumors about what goes on, and I'll say that most of them are fake, to be honest, because I worked, they have an encampment up near where I'm from, which is Sonoma County, and which is like a 2,700 acre plot in the Redwoods, and there's a 3-week encampment where they hire a bunch of local kids like me when I was in high school, because it's like a 3-week job to basically create a restaurant for these men, and I worked in the kitchen there a couple years.
Can we take these?
These are just mise en place. We're just prepping. What we can do is I'm gonna take these onions away. I'm gonna start sauteing them.
Okay.
What you could do is cut the chard.
Okay.
I would say maybe we could use like half the stem. I'm kind of a stem hater too. This isn't hot yet, so I'm gonna let that wait a little longer.
Like there.
Yeah. And then what I would do with these bad boys is I would cut them down the spine.
Okay. Like half down the spine.
Just like all the way.
Yeah.
Cut them down the spine and then like into like this way, like 1 inch.
Okay.
If that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So you have little strips. So those are my two, like, and then, you know, I took foods and nutrition my sophomore year of high school, where I made applesauce with cumin instead of cinnamon, and I learned that lesson the hard way.
Ooh.
I kept adding more cinnamon, and it kept tasting more and more like curry, and I didn't know why.
That sounds like a.
And then I looked, and it's because I wasn't adding cinnamon; I was adding cumin on accident. So that was a good learning lesson that I had at 14 or 15. Yeah, so, but I guess that's just like, I don't know, I think by saying I wasn't a professional chef, you just kind of triggered me clearly.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Chef Michael ran an establishment called Michael's 24-Hour Pancakes that weren't 24 hours.
And wasn't actually a restaurant.
And wasn't actually a restaurant. But I still apologize.
It's okay, it's okay. No, but and then ever since, I mean, I just love cooking, and my mom's a big cook. My parents, you know, had a garden. I'm a Sonoma County hippie, yeah, all that can go in at the same time, so we can throw that all in the bowl, to be fair.
Okay.
The peppers if you want more space. And honestly, we can saute these, but it's just like I said, I'm a hater. Let's just saute them. Let's use it. Let's use what we got.
All right.
Let's be useful. Let's love the earth today.
Okay, so now that we've established that you are a food professional,
Thank you.
let's talk about what you're up to now.
Yeah, so
Post-pancake days.
I work at Spark.
Spark?
Yeah, dispensary chain and just vertically integrated cannabis company. So we have a big ass farm up in Sonoma County, which is, you know, a little bit in turmoil right now, but we're doing okay. And that's with the fires, and Sonoma County. Shout out to Sonoma County. It is a crazy time, as always, it seems. And then we have a manufacturing where we make a bunch of different products, and then we have our 5 retail locations and counting. We just won the license in Sonoma, so we're going to be it was a competitive process. Felt like a little beauty pageant, you know, where you got to say what you're going to do and, you know, how you're going to support the community and whatnot. And luckily our playbook is pretty much to give back and support the community and pay people well and take care of our employees and do everything you want a good business to do. So we won that license, which was pretty sweet. And yeah, basically what I do for Spark and what I've done for most of my career is kind of just act like an internal consultant. I was the chief of staff at a company called Kinslips, little sublingual strips. I actually think there's some within about 5 feet of us. And I was the chief of staff there, so same thing, like a very generalist role of small teams. And I join and I ask a bunch of questions and I bring things to life. So that's, my current title is Director of Strategy and Implementation. And I joke that if I was a real consultant, it would just be strategy and I would get paid a lot more.
All right, and you do a lot of things on the side as well.
I do.
Tell us about that.
I do. I mean, well, so I like to push myself, and I just like testing what I can do, and I like learning new things. So I started a podcast called Happy We Met, which is just a cool name. I like it a lot, and it was available, believe that or not, in 2019.
And Felicity was on it as well.
Felicity was my second guest. I know.
Who was your first?
Betsy Baker.
Oh, we love Betsy.
Who was the first person that I really met in cannabis was Betsy. Yeah. So that's why because I was weighing so heavily on myself of like who I should choose for the first person,
yeah.
And I was like, why not just do like the first person
They
I
should
met?
called
So,
Happy We Met.
so I'm happy that I met her, and
Who better to bring on?
yeah, and right now the focus of Happy We Met is people working in cannabis, but that's just because that's kind of where I'm at in my life, and I see it really being almost like a Honey, like a Humans of New York, or like something like that, where it's just interesting people. I was actually thinking what could be cool is to do a segment where it's like sit down as strangers, leave, happy we met, right? So that I'm literally, like, I thought about just posting up, like, at Phil's Coffee. Well, this is obviously before our new normal. Great branding, by the way, MedMen. Really had 2020 on lock there. But no, I thought about just putting something down that said that on a sign, like, sit down as strangers, leave happy we met, and seeing if people would just sit down and talk to me. And I guess that's just, I just really like talking to people.
Sounds fun.
And help, and just, I don't know, I like solving problems, I like being helpful. And so I also kind of offer coaching to people. I'm not sure if it's life coaching or just like goal setting or development, but like I said, kind of professionally what I do is help bring ideas to life, and kind of like the way I put it is I'm really good at like 0 to 1, like how do you make something out of nothing? And so I've started to privately offer that support for people who are trying to do things like start a podcast or get a new job or ask for a raise or do all these things in life that
we love it. We love this.
Give us lots of anxiety all the time. So
we need more, what's the word?
Allies.
Allies.
Yeah.
In all things.
Yeah, I try to. I mean, that's really the goal. And then and then just on that tone, as a straight white dude who's at as close to the top of the privilege chain as possible. I'm just not tall. If I was tall, I'd have an extra comma in my bank account, I swear. No, but
I saw a study that said every added inch of height past 5'7" is correlated to something like $5,000 in pay. I'm not making that.
I totally, unfortunately, believe it.
It's so fucked.
It sucks.
Oh, I said that.
I know. We both are doing it. We're being real here. We're being real in the Potluck kitchen. We get down to the real issues.
Real. So.
And so I just think that one of the ways I try to, take advantage or like leverage that privilege is think like, what are these things that are hard? And like, first of all, I just think like, what's hard for me? And like, I'm aware of my emotions, which I think most men, sorry to generalize, aren't. And so there's that just of like things that make me feel uncomfortable, and then just thinking like how uncomfortable it might be for someone who doesn't look like me and who isn't like, like I joke that like everyone wants to hear my opinion at all times, and that's the lens at which I look at life. Yeah. And it's like surprising when people don't have that lens, and that was some learning. So, being an ally I think also just means like creating space and encouraging people to do these things that like, that is, I don't know, that like I do feel is normal, that I think so often people who don't necessarily feel comfortable sharing or comfortable speaking or comfortable asking for things are conditioned to not, and that's, the coaching and support is one way I try to like be an ally in social structures as well, and creating space. Speaking of allies,
actually this has nothing to do with
Great, let's just transition.
These pears though.
Pear.
I'm trying to, because I would like to bake these pears and then throw this granola on it.
Let's bake them.
And throw Potluck honey, maybe a little bit of cinnamon.
Let's bake.
Let's
get baked.
What do you think I should do? Should I just chop them in half and then open face bake them that way?
Cut it in half. Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Yeah, halves or even quarters or something.
Maybe.
Pears just have that weird funky knot at the top.
I know.
So I want to look at these real quick. Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna flip these.
Wait, make that noise one more time.
Oh yeah. I need a device for like a.
Right here, second drawer.
Yes, these are good devices. I needed a device and you gave me a device.
We like these devices.
So this is like exactly what I wanted, and this is right here what's happening here.
Okay, I will go look and tell you what's happening.
Well, I'm gonna bring it over.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, yum. Yum!
I hear sizzle.
I know, we hear sizzle.
I'm gonna try and, can we make that happen?
Do a little more like this, as if the oil is gonna.
You see that? You see that golden brown?
Delicious. I'm so hungry. Onions make the whole
This is why, that right there, that look of those onions is why I took a little bit of offense to not being a professional chef.
Okay, I am so sorry, chef.
But I'm just saying. But yeah, so these, we got another baking sheet maybe?
We do, right over there.
Perfect. Parfait, as they say in French, or in English for
I think is such a
breakfast.
I did not know that it meant perfect, and I just think it's so perfect.
You thought it just meant breakfast with yogurt?
Yeah, I literally just thought it meant yogurt and granola. Who knew?
Parfait. It's a parfait. These are the jokes I like. Oh no, I missed.
Oh no.
This is why I don't play basketball. B-ball fan.
Even though you're a fan.
You gotta keep yourself on, but in that case, I was a baseball fan. See, so you give yourself the wiggle room, you know?
If you could be a professional athlete of any sport.
What would I be?
Yes.
Clearly E-games these days and
E-games.
League of Legends.
Okay.
Follow me, Nice Guy Gaming 1. We're trying to make League of Legends nice. It's really hard, let me tell you. People who play League of Legends are freaking buttholes. I'll tell you that. And that was the edited version. Calling them freaking buttholes was the edited version. Are we about to drizz?
We're gonna drizz.
Drizz all over that.
We're gonna drizz all over these allies.
Drizzing all over the allies. and being so mature. So mature through the process of it.
Are you zooming in? My nails are done for once.
I'm checking on that.
It looked fire. I was like, honestly.
Can you see my nails?
For just like the nails.
For nails? Only nails?
You know, I have an OnlyFans idea. Anybody who might be listening in. Anyone who might be listening in, let me know what you think about this idea. Because, you know, people like feet.
Dude.
And people on my Instagram joke that they like my feet.
The viewers climb.
They're always joking about this, and I'm always like, I'm not going to show my feet for free. But then I also feel like something weird, like a weird angle, would be interesting. And I'm like, what do I like? I'm like, I
Poly
like
honey?
food. Well, no.
And feet?
This is an
Okay, sorry, I was getting ahead of myself.
But my idea is I take my feet and then do you know Breadface, the account Breadface? It's this girl on Instagram who just takes loaves of bread and she's got these fire nails and she just rolls her face in it, like ASMR style, and she's famous now. And I want to do it, but stepping on like cake.
Ooh.
I want to step on different types of cake. Grocery store cake, sheet cake, gourmet cake, princess cakes. All
cakes that have
deal.
that like firm icing to get that real crunch as you step on it.
Right,
Ooh.
different texture cake, different layers, different colors. I feel like that could be a thing.
That's pretty ASMR-y.
Don't we think?
We think.
Do I have your support?
I would follow for free.
We lost a watcher.
Getting a little too weird.
We're in the kitchen. Let's not talk about feet. What I'm doing right now is just gonna sprinkle
like a
little
wok?
cinnamon on the pears.
I think I'm gonna saute in this because I kind of like this, and I feel like this guy is oven safe. Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
So I'm just gonna take this now.
Sorry, this is very messy, my friends.
I'm just gonna take this and throw it in the oven to let these guys
Beautiful. Let's show the camera.
go the rest of their way. So, I mean, they look pretty much the same, but I am just going to throw these in the oven now because this is an oven-safe pan. Don't throw non-oven-safe pans into the oven. Bad idea.
And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a little pat of butter on top of each of these little things of pear. Please use vegan butter if that is your preference.
You gotta get creative here with space.
But that'll really soften the pear. And we'll put a tiny, tiny pat on each one. Another career I want to have is owning a butter store. I have 2, 4, 6, 8 because I love butter.
Lit.
Butter's the best.
Okay, that's very lit. Ooh, cinnamon. Am I throwing this in? Oh, you're putting butter on. Got it. That's why we were talking about butter.
It's gonna basically fall off, but it'll still be there.
Great.
It'll still help.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna get this hot now. I really like this wok thing.
And I drizzled it with our CBD THC, but when it comes out, we'll drizzle it again with our THC version.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
anticipating that.
Boom. Okay, got that in there.
Put that in.
Gonna let that get warm.
All right. I'm gonna do a little bit more honey.
Let it.
I'll do a bit
Do it.
more.
Ooh, you got the good stuff. Pure Irish butter. Boom. Kerrygold. This is that good. This is that good. If you're buying butter, just, get the goods.
My favorite butter is that Annie's butter that they have. Have you seen it? There's like a little baby on it. Mm-mm. That's my favorite.
I don't know baby butter.
But my friend introduced it to me, my friend Zoe, and her mom calls it baby butter, like literally, because there's a baby on it. So I didn't know the name for years.
Interesting. Interesting.
Look at our allies.
All right, I'm going to start sautéing this chard and peppers.
And then we're just gonna pop this in the oven.
This plane is gonna land, by the way, like nicely with timing.
Good. Good.
I think we can even pull.
And
Let's check what's going on with these honeys.
yeah.
Let's see what's good with our honey.
Let me grab a fork so we can
Tap that.
stab it.
Tap that. Oh, it feels hard.
Oh,
Feels a little hard.
definitely very hard.
Feels hard.
Definitely hard.
We'll let that go.
And then why don't I cut up the avos while we're waiting?
Yeah, we can just make. I was thinking we could just make the salad in here now.
Okay.
Because we just emptied this.
Cool.
Huzzah!
These avocados are huge, by the way.
They are. I think we might even need one, or it's
Okay,
gonna
let's do
turn
the
into a little.
unwrapping.
Ta-da!
This avocado is beautiful. This
Quite.
avocado went to private school.
Look at that.
This avocado went to an Ivy League school.
Trying to make another avocado.
I was trying to make another avocado. Oh my god. This is a trust fund avocado.
Mmm.
It's beautiful. What else do you know about this avocado?
It's got a pit.
It's got a pit.
Avocado pit.
And-
Might be Brad Pitt's kid. Maybe.
Brad Pitt's kid.
Maybe.
You know what I like to do with these avos? Let's do this after we plate, but I like to do a little basic millennial like fan out of the thing. So
Nice.
I can do this at the very end, but for now I will unwrap the avocado, which I've been told people hate when I do because it seems unnatural. But
Cool.
I just think this is the cleanest way to get nice little slivers of avo.
Gotta add a lot of salt. You wanna know the key? Like I said, I'm not a restaurant chef, but you wanna know the key to being a restaurant chef? It's
Lots of
adding
salt.
lots of salt
You're so
and lots of
right.
butter.
You're so right.
That's all it is. There you go. I just saved you going to cook to chef school.
That's why I always say that like the safest restaurant choice is like a French bistro. All it is salt and butter and peppers. And how can one go wrong? Okay, so we've got peppercorns everywhere.
No.
Okay. Do you want to maybe scoop some of these and put it there for now? Because I don't think you have any peppers in
Was
there
it
for now.
upside down? What did I do there? All right, well, we got some pepper on our stuff now.
Accidents happen.
We're gonna kneel on here and remember our sins at the end of this.
All right, and then let's do our second avo. Let's see if this avocado is as elite as the first one. Oh, we love her.
Oh my god, I'm just right there.
Just grabbing snacks.
Hi.
Let's talk about your podcasting a little bit.
Okay.
What is something that you have learned that you totally weren't expecting?
The amount of steps it takes to actually get a piece of content that is good enough to be online.
Really?
Yeah, just like, just making an intro and recording it and editing it and, figuring out RSS feeds. I had to figure out I'd built basic websites before, but I had no idea what an RSS feed was. And figuring out all that. I mean, it's just tons of Googling, to be honest, and following instructions. And now it's become a little bit of a habit. But even still, I mean, recording it is one thing, but then once it's recorded, to for me to then record the introduction and make the sound editing and do all the things, it's a solid like 2.5, 3 hours to get it onto the website. And that's my main point of friction, to be honest, is just like, I could talk to people all day, but I tell myself, that's how I motivate myself, is I say I can't record a new one until it's posted.
Right.
So I'll sit on one that's been recorded, but usually once I post one, I'm very motivated to do another interview.
Yeah.
But I don't want to like have a backlog of tons of interviews, because that's the fun part.
Yes.
So I'd say that's the biggest thing I've learned, is just that like any piece of sound you hear online that has any nuance that isn't live, that is edited at all, just takes a long time to actually get there. And then I'd also say I've learned a lot about like interviewing tactics, and especially with a podcast, because when you're interviewing, you know, the first couple, like actually Fells is a great example. Like if you listen to my interview with Felicity versus the more recent ones, like every time she's saying stuff, I'm saying like, yeah, totally, yeah. And which is great because she keeps talking, but then in the podcast you hear me going, yeah, 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 and I have an intent voice, and I just know that. So you know, getting a lot better at just doing like nonverbal cues when you're in person.
Yeah.
So just kind of boom,
Totally.
cool, without like, and just nodding, and then you get these like awesome chunks of content because the person isn't interrupted. Because I tried to like make a highlight of a couple, and I'm like, wow, this is such a good quote, until I go like midway through the quote, and I'm like, oh damn, come on, Michael. So I would say that's another good learning, is like interview techniques to like engage people without necessarily speaking, so that you're not on the recorded content.
Totally.
We should make a dressing.
That's why I brought this baby out.
Perfect.
So I'm the perfect sous chef. What are we doing?
Potly olive.
Potly olive, of course.
Just wanted to hold it high like that. Wasn't really paying attention how much I did. We got potly chili.
More even. You want to do potly chili?
As long as I can go like this when I do.
All right, do the entire vial, which
Should I?
is 10 milligrams of THC.
Okay. Mostly in.
Mostly in.
We got a little bit of a casualty. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then
Salt? Pepper?
yeah, let's throw some salt. Throw some pepper.
It could literally infuse. And I also,
If there's any left in there.
There's a couple.
I'll do a little splash of ACV to bring the acidity that the lemon that we told to leave.
Yep,
Would have
because we're
brought.
just using Potly and Box.
Yes, Potly and Box.
It's the name of this restaurant.
Potly and Box. 24 hours.
That's right, open 24/7.
Don't get any Yelp reviews.
That's right, make sure fella, you gotta be CEO. You gotta get our Google My Business page up and running.
And this baby we actually packed today, so she is fresh off the press. I'm just gonna do a splash. And our hemp CBD infused ACV is nano emulsified as well, so onset is very fast. We recommend diluting it a little bit, but in a morning shot or elixir, in a smoothie, in vegan baking, in dressing, it's perfect, and it just brings like a nice amount of acidity, while being very efficient in terms of bioavailability and absorption. So it is also one of our local ingredients. It comes from our friends down south, but all California grown. Do you want to put some honey in this dressing too?
Ooh, yeah, let's do that.
Let's do a little bit of honey. Let's do a little bit of the THC. And this is a 6-ounce jar, which we don't produce. This is makers only. But way back in the day when we started out, we used to make these 6-ounce jars. So this is about 88 milligrams of THC for a 4-ounce jar. And that is our serving size.
Ooh. Ooh.
What's going on over there? Talk to me.
I'm taking these onions out of the oven, and I'm putting them in our saute. And they are looking
This smells so good.
fantabulous. And I'm sweating because it's so good. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That is beautiful.
Look at that right there. Threw the onions in there. I'm gonna mix that all up now.
And then the dressing is like this gorgeous golden purple. I mean, not purple. Where did purple come from? Orange. I just malfunctioned. Purple? No, Christine, nothing here was purple. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, it's gorge.
Did we put salt in here?
Gorge, I did.
Cool.
Are you trying to throw the avo in after? Should we throw some?
Yes, I'm gonna throw the avo in on top.
Should we throw some nuts in there?
I don't know how I feel about the granola in our salad, my man.
That's fine. What about sage? Just because we got it. Or
You want to do sage?
yeah, just cut a little, throw it in there,
We can do it.
or cut, just chop a little up.
I love sage. And I love how like soft it gets. This sage isn't as soft, but like I've seen some really
Fuzzy.
soft, fuzzy sage in my day.
It's nice. Oh yeah.
Oh, it smells so good.
You like a good soft fuzzy sage?
Yes.
But yeah, I'd say that's the biggest thing I've learned. And the other thing, just in general, which is why I was saying that part of what I like about Happy We Met is that I don't necessarily have an agenda. It's just kind of giving a platform to cool people, which is why, like I said, I would say my biggest inspiration for it is really less a podcast. I don't actually listen to many podcasts because I hate the ads. That's why if you listen to mine, it's like a 30-second introduction and then the podcast starts. No ads. And that has nothing to do with the fact that no one has offered me ads, and everything to do with the fact that I won't put them in there. If someone ever wants to pay me for ads on my podcast, I'll find a way to do it, probably at the end, or just like some other way, because I really don't like that aspect of podcasts. And I really like, I just like featuring people and showing how cool people are. And so that's where I would say my biggest inspiration is like Honey, Humans of New York.
Yeah, I love Humans of New York.
I'm drizzling.
We're drizzling.
I'm gonna start with that. Less is more. Can always add more. You got some. I guess this is kind of.
That is not going in the salad, right? You're just mixing that as it is?
I was just gonna use this tool.
Oh no, that's totally fine. But this is the base of the salad, and we're just gonna throw avo on top, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my avo slicing, you guys.
Avo slice. Is this gonna make the OnlyFans or no? What about
The avo slice?
What about stepping on avos?
Stepping on avos, I feel like that would be a highly requested segment.
So that's like the super premium of the
Super
OnlyFans.
premium, some custom content.
You gotta be a subscriber for that.
I'll take some sauce, write your name on the avocado, and then step on it. That's the premium content.
Ooh, that's that real right there.
Did we lose another viewer?
Add a little more. No, this is how they just went to search OnlyFans feet if they left. Just to see if it's already out there. Okay, that is ready and beautiful. I mean, honestly, since we have some of these extra peppers, we could chop some of them up and add some.
Let's have them. No, you're totally right. We'll do that.
I'm just, we got this box. I'm trying to use the box.
You're totally right.
Trying to put that box to work.
Okay. So we take this, we do a little bit of fanning, because I'm a millennial female and I'm basic.
Wow, look at that.
Let's make a little ring of avocado.
It's like, isn't that what's going around the Pacific Ocean and stuff?
What?
The ring of avocado?
What are you talking about?
Oh, ring of fire, my bad.
What?
I was making a joke. I was making a joke.
A yolk!
Was making a yolk. Just a yolk. Nothing more. I actually got to make one of my favorite jokes, because I really don't like racist jokes, they're lame, but I like language jokes, and this one I think leans more towards language jokes, because it's just like, why don't, I'll just say, instead of even saying a race, I'll just make it, why don't Spanish speakers, go across private property? Because it says no trespassing. I didn't say in threes. I fucked the joke up so bad. Why don't Spanish speakers go into private property in sets of three? That's the joke. It says no trespassing, and I walked past the no trespassing sign with a group of 4 the other day, and I had so much fun taking a photo of the 4 of us walking past it and saying, we're not breaking any rules because we are cuatro passing. And that's my joke.
We like it.
Quattro passing, okay. Tres passing, not okay. Dos passing, also okay.
Thank you, Chef Michael, for the comedic relief as well as the cooking.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, I think the main thing is just waiting on this honey nut at this point. And then, yeah, I actually really like these peppers going in there because then that's going to add some
Why don't you chop a few?
color.
Why don't you do the work yourself and
Unos
chop?
colores.
Fish Sauce Boogie says stepping on avos sound like great programming.
Yo! Instant feedback.
We have some feedback. I want to know what other programming is good. You know, I threw this idea to someone and they said stepping on sushi would be good.
Ooh, expensive, but good.
But like you would have someone send you the sushi.
And that's why they get the private video.
Right.
And are we talking like, if we're doing like, say, Sugarfish?
Or maybe it's not a private video, it's just a sponsored video.
Right, is Sugarfish sponsoring this or is someone else sponsoring?
I think down the line that's how I could monetize.
Right, Sugarfish would for sure be online.
Right.
It seems very on brand for
Right?
them.
Like I think Breadface, I'm sure bakeries pay her.
Right.
But
I mean, if you don't watch someone stepping on Sugarfish and immediately want some, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I actually don't really eat fish.
Even if it's Sugarfish?
You know, I have had some fish dishes that I've really enjoyed. But for the most, and I always try fish. I always want to like it, and I used to love it as a kid.
But it just,
And then,
no mas?
And then I just like grew out of it in my adulthood. But I want to return. Like I want to like fish. Sushi is so pretty, and it's like better for you than a lot of land animals. But alas, here I am with my dilemma.
I'm making the call that this is good. I think it's just the, yeah, we're good
Right,
here.
and then the last layer. Oh, I went the wrong way. The last layer in our avo ring. Oh no, did I go the wrong way? No, I didn't.
Are we gonna plate this or what?
I think we can plate it. We can totally plate it.
And then we got these.
Put them in the center. Whee! And then we'll do a little drizzle of the dressing around the avocado because the color will hit nicely.
Wow. That's all I got for that. Wow.
This came together.
Wow.
We'll do a little bit of. Got it? Just go. And the dressing has honey, so it's gonna be sweet. It's a little spicy with the chili oil. It has our avo in it.
Wow, show them that. Show them that.
Oh, that's only like 3 ingredients, but they are just perfect and all from the Mikuna Kitchen box.
Wow.
So.
And then since I mixed this up and we're showing off, here's the other course with the onions and the chard and the peppers right there. That's looking good. I think the pears are going to take a little sec here.
That's all right.
But I do think the butternuts are pretty much ready.
Beat that session bomb.
Honey nut. Honey nut. Honey nut. I keep saying butternut.
Can we plate these?
Yeah. Should we just do one plate
Yeah,
for the?
just stick
for
it.
the,
Yeah. Just pour the.
Oh, the whole. You were. Oh, okay. I got you. I thought we were making individual plates.
Oh, I just figure.
Figure what you figure.
Hold on, let's do this over here.
Oh.
I just figure.
Look at that.
Just pour the entire.
Ooh.
It looks so good.
I love the colors.
I know.
So clear on camera too.
Fun fact, red plants that have the red pigment are high in folic acid, which are very good for you.
Oh, look at
It's
this.
very good for your
Look at
skin.
that. Just look at that right there alone.
That looks so good. You know what would be good on this? Sriracha would be good on it. Do we want me to make my famous spicy honey?
Is it Potluck sriracha and Potluck honey?
Bingo. Genius. Genius on our hands. But
Wow.
it's really good, and I feel like it's going to be really good in this.
I'm like, because we dropped the honey in there and we got the honey on the pears
Where do we put the honey?
in there
Oh.
on the dressing.
Well,
and
then
there's
why
honey
don't we
on
just do a little
just
bit
the
of...
rotch. Just a little racha.
Let's just do a little bit of
Just
that.
get a little rotch it. No?
Brush it.
No?
Sriracha.
Like sriracha?
And
No?
Potluck Sriracha has 100 milligrams of nano-emulsified THC for very fast
I'm so glad I'm
absorption.
not on this with you.
Shoot or shoot. That's what I like to say. Shoot or shoot, you know?
And one full dropper is about 1 milligram of THC.
You think every single one of Dave Chappelle's jokes hit? They don't.
And so I'm just gonna do 2 droppers right now. It's not much. Well, let's do 3. Let's level up a bit. But it is a like truly spicy sriracha. Sometimes people are surprised. They're like, "Oh, that's spicy." I'm like, "Yeah, it's sriracha." Like, does this shiny red bottle not evoke a sense of spiciness to you?
Looks like a wild frog or something with its bright, vibrant color.
Wild frog, a tropical
your
frog.
attention.
Yes, and then you're attracted to it, and then you die. Not like that. You won't die from our sriracha. Opposite, you'll come to life.
Let's see what's up with these. Where's my
Fork right here.
well, this is just a little hotsy. So, like, I know the edge. I think it's fine now.
Oh, that's good. Beautiful. Look at how we flipped it.
There we go. Look at that.
Okay.
Nice and soft.
And then what do we want to do with this, chef? Just dice it up? Do we want to throw it on top of our chard, or
I mean, it can just kind of be
show?
its own thing. We can just cut it. Let's just throw it on a plate. And
Okay. Why don't you take it there and cut it? I'll get a plate.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can. Okay. They're hot. They're hot. Oh, look at that placing. That was just I just dumped them. But that ended up being a nice little show for the people.
Just scoot away the peppercorn.
Oh, is it?
But and you can kind of see it.
Well, there, yeah, see? That's just literally, that was like
Beautiful.
85% on accident. Or should I say it was 85% on purpose? I don't know. Yeah, do it.
Can I eat this?
Yeah, I want you to. How's it taste? What's it taste like? Good?
A little burnt,
Yeah?
caramelized, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we
So
can
sticky.
we can just like go, me?
Then do it.
Why don't you just cut little cubes?
Me? Me? Who made the sound, Michael or Fel? Me?
Ooh, beautiful.
Honestly, I kind of like the idea of putting them like
why
that,
don't
and then
like
you
that?
can like cut them, right?
Fries.
Yeah.
They're like honey nut fries.
Oh.
Ooh,
Honey
yum.
nut wedges.
Mmm. Do love a good wedge. A little firm there, a little al dente there, but you know.
Mmm.
That's how you cook honey nut wedges. Al dente. That's what they say.
It's hot.
It's so hot. So hot. So hot. So hot. Okay. So then, are we gonna make a plate with a finished plate?
We'll put it here now.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Do you want to do like crisscross sections and stack them a little?
It sounds like you want to do that, but they're really hot. They're really hot. That's the only thing. Maybe you want this friend. You know, that's the other thing I would say as a non-professional professional chef.
No, I could do it.
85%, all these numbers are made up. 85% of success in the kitchen is making sure you use the right tools. You don't want to use the wrong tool for the wrong job, as they say.
I don't know what I'm doing here, but it's just a little bit fun.
Making stacks.
Making stacks.
Just like you're doing at Potluck. Just making
stacks here at Potluck. Exactly right. Making fat stacks.
Guys, we have been live for 1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour. Oh, boo. Stick with us. Whoever's
Keep
there,
the stream.
stick with us. We're almost there.
One viewer.
We have 1 viewer. Okay.
What? Even with the...
Now we do.
Cool. Beautiful.
All right. That's pretty nice.
Here
And
we have our
then
friend.
just the pears are just the only thing
Lovely.
lingering here. Let me see.
Let's check up on them.
Like Beyonce, who wants you to check up on it.
Yep.
Great. Just making sure the ethos and essence is there.
Should I poke them?
They'll be a little firm.
Oh, they smell so good.
But yeah, I think that's fine that they're a little firm. Too firm?
I think it's fine, actually. It's not that bad.
Great.
Yeah, so why don't I get a plate for these?
Woo!
Oh
Woo! Woo!
And I think what we will do, just no one mind that I'm using this tongue.
No.
For our pears, we'll just plate 2 right there. And then we will get our granola. Here for the cow.
You want to do the honey first so that the granola will kind of stick?
That's a good idea. Why don't we do that?
Wow.
Will you
Professional chef.
Will you get a spoon for me, please?
Yeah.
And then I think we should do a little bit of honey on top for aesthetics.
You need a spoon? How about a knife?
That's fine. Let's do a knife.
That's not a knife.
Again.
Oh, wow. You know, I may be a professional chef, but you are a professional drizzler.
Thank you, thank you. That looks delicious. And then now we're just gonna do the final.
Ooh! Ooh!
We love it.
Ooh!
Okay. All right, Chef Michael.
That's sensual.
Let's review what we've done.
Here, well,
Let's clean up a bit.
yeah. Honestly, it's not
presentation.
too bad at
We're
cleaning
back
up, to be fair.
at more followers on.
We're back with more. Okay, everyone is back for the last bit, which is just recapping all we've done. Now, I will start. We can take turns. We have a baby lettuce and avocado and red pepper salad, super simple. And the dressing, we used Potluck chili oil, Potluck olive oil, Potluck apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper. And honey, and a little bit of honey.
For our multicolored sauté, we have red chard, we have onions that I don't remember what they're called.
Chinoli?
Close. We're dripping.
Cipollini onions.
Cipollini onions.
Yes.
And then we have some red Stark Rimson pears. Rimson Stark, I think that was the unnamed child in Game of Thrones there. Sorry, those are red. I'm tripping hella hard. We're talking Jimmy Nardello peppers is what we're actually doing here. So we got the Cipollini onions, which are these little guys. We got the red chard, which is the greenery, and a little bit of the red. And then the red is the Jimmy Nardello peppers, which we used Potluck olive to saute these in.
Yep, and then we topped them with Potluck sriracha as well. So this is all Mikuna Kitchen veggies with Potluck ingredients. For our our protein source, continued veggie, roasted veggie, we have our honey nut squash, drizzled with Potluck honey, coarse kosher salt, and we had minced sage on there as well for some herbs. And then last but not least,
we have here's where the last Stark, the lost son of Ned, red Stark Rimson pears with a little bit of granola from the plug.
Paleo. It's a new paleo company called Easygoing Paleo.
Boom, thank you.
This is called the Nutty Ola granola.
The Nutty Ola granola. Boom. That's like something famous is coming from that. That sounds great.
And it's made of almonds, pecans, cashews, coconut, maple syrup, dairy-free chocolate, and cinnamon.
So we sprinkled a little bit of that with some Potluck honey, baked the pears, a little cinnamon. And here, this is all the ingredients from the Mikuna box.
Here we are.
And all put into a lovely, delicious meal.
Yeah, and last but not least, I wanted to give you a little present. I'm just gonna undo the tape for you and then you can please unbox it.
Okay.
But this is our newest SKU. We launched this on Monday.
What?
So you are one of the first to have it. It's available for pre-order on polyshop.com.
Ooh.
But Felicity did a very good job.
Or just hit me up. I got the Lolo on the pricing. No, I'm just
All right.
Reselling.
Yeah. Check eBay. Yeah, check eBay. No, I'm just kidding.
Other side, pull up.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Ooh. Is it called Sweet Dreams? Potluck Sweet Dreams. First, really just great Pantones here. Great.
And it is a soft touch.
Great color.
You didn't read the back.
I didn't because I thought it was just a thing.
We'll read it after as these. I got
too excited by what I saw here.
What dreams are made of.
Dream, honey. I will dream. Mm-hmm. Ooh, it's so soft, so suave, like a suave sage.
It is.
Ooh.
Our newest honey. It's called Dream Honey.
Ooh.
It is 120 milligrams of CBN, 60 milligrams of CBD, and 6 milligrams of melatonin. So just a touch of that in there to help you get to sleep and stay asleep. And this is the first time since we started Potluck that we have innovated on our honey, you guys. And our honey is still our best loved SKU. It's our fan favorite SKU. And so we heard time and time again that people wanted to sleep better. They were using our stuff for sleep. And so we just built into that.
Wow,
so
this
you
is
are one
so
of our
cool.
first members of our dream team.
I'm ready to dream. I'm super ready to dream. Let's make it, it's already Instagram official between us.
Yes.
So, our Dream Honey promotes deep rest via a tested hemp oil ratio. Delicious on its own or sipped in tea, sweet dreams are on their way. Wake up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. Did they mean for it to be a poem? Who knows?
Okay, well, thank you so much.
This is awesome.
Fun.
Yeah.
We're going to feast now.
We will.
And then take some Dream Honey and drift into slumber. So thank you guys for joining us on our live. This was Christine.
And Michael. Dreamin', honey.
Dream on.
Sweet.